This video was made possible by Brilliant, a math and science problem-solving website that makes learning fun and rewarding. According to Machiavelli, if you want to lead effectively and live in glory, you need to follow 3 principles. Number 1, the people must respect you. This means they fear you, but don't hate you. Number 2, fear means fear of punishment. You must be willing to be firm and quick in your punishments when someone violates your rules. If you over-reward and under-punish people, they won't fear you. Number 3, keep hatred at an arm's length, because tyranny has a small shelf life, and history has proven that time and time again. People hate you when they are over-punished or under-rewarded by your actions as a leader. Now let's take a look at these principles in action. Imagine you're sitting at your desk, working on reports. It's a day like any other. Today your boss Steve comes by and asks, "Hey Joe, I need you to work on some extra reports. I know this will take up your weekend, but it's really important." You sit and think for a moment. If I agree, I can climb up the corporate ladder faster. If the company succeeds, I succeed. So of course, you agree. "Sure, Steve, anything for you." "Thanks, Joe. You're a really good sport. I can't get Nancy to ever go the extra mile." As you buckle up for another weekend of work, you look over at Nancy's desk. She's packing up earlier than usual, and she's passed half of her workload onto you. How has she not been fired, you think? It wasn't always like this. Under Dawn, your last boss, she was always on time and completed her work ahead of schedule. And you rarely had to stay overtime on the weekends. And if you did, Dawn always made sure to give you time off later. But with Steve, it's almost expected that you'll just pick up Nancy's slack with no future rewards. You start to regret your decision. You realize that you do more work than Nancy, but you're compensated equally. This makes you resent Steve. So eventually, you start to neglect your work and pass it on to someone else too. And this creates a downward spiral, where eventually, under Steve's weak leadership, the company starts to fail. So why is the company less effective under Steve than Dawn? Under Dawn, a Machiavellian leader, no one acted out of order. Dawn rewarded and punished in proper measures. Under Dawn, Nancy couldn't slack off. He would either fire her or reprimand her immediately. A strict punishment, a thorough tongue lashing, whatever it may be, she feared him. And if Joe ever had to work overtime, Dawn always rewarded him with time off later on. So Joe never hated him. Dawn was respected. He was feared, but not hated. Steve is the opposite. He doesn't reward or punish in right measures. He over-rewards and under-punishes Nancy, and as a result, she doesn't fear disobeying him. He over-punishes and under-rewards Joe, so Joe ends up hating him. Steve is not respected by Joe or Nancy. So a great leader keeps his people united and leads them to success. The people support him when they respect him, and they respect him when they fear him but do not hate him. If he under-punishes and over-rewards them, they will not fear him. And if he over-punishes and under-rewards them, they'll hate him. A great leader rewards and punishes in right measure. But what are your thoughts? Do you agree or disagree with Machiavelli's view on leadership? Let me know in the comments below. And the thing about Machiavelli is that he's a very great logical thinker. And if you're looking for a great way to become a better thinker, I recommend checking out this week's sponsor, Brilliant. You may have heard me mention Brilliant before and how they help you learn science, technology, and mathematics, but they recently took the interactivity on their platform to a whole new level. Check out this example from their newly redesigned logic course. Here you can actually drag and drop these cute little animated robots while solving fun logic puzzles. You'll start with the truth-seeking lesson, which seems almost obvious, but then you'll quickly learn how to incorporate advanced, multi-level thinking. This course really helped me strengthen my critical thinking skills, which is the doorway to insight and wisdom. Brilliant is an interactive learning platform built off a very simple yet effective principle. You learn best while solving problems in real time. Brilliant starts you off with simple problems, but they increase in difficulty bit by bit until before you even realize it, you've learned a fundamental concept in logic, science, math, or computer science. Join a community of over 11 million learners today by going to www.brilliant.org/freedominthought or click the link in the description below and you can sign up for free. As a bonus for those who are ready to push themselves further, the first 200 people will be hooked up with 20% off the annual subscription. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.